I'm going to share my screen, right? Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? If you can, just say yes. Can you all see my screen? Okay, so I want to use this opportunity to officially welcome you to Data Analysis webinar brought to you by Digital World Tech Academy, right? And in today's webinar, we'll be talking about embracing data analysis as your career choice, right? And we're going to dive a bit deep, just a bit deep into the future of an analyst, right? So it's actually not going to make any sense if I start without formally introducing myself. And I have been doing this mistake for about a while now, right? I have not even corrected. Okay, so let's start. This is me here, right? If you can see me, this is me. I can remove my face coverage. I'm still using the same AirPods, right? But this is me right here. Some years ago, I went for a conference. So my name is Sani Akim Abiodun, right? That is me. I'm a computer instructor, a data analyst, data scientist, digital marketer, and most important, a freelancer. That's what I do. I train for a living. I have a tech institute, which is Digital World Tech Academy, which was started with my partner, right? And currently now, we have 3 different branches here in Nigeria, right? So for now, I work with Digital World Tech Academy as a partner, which is a tech institute that I started with my partner years ago, right? And at Digital World Tech Academy, we focus more on training. So we've been able to train more than 10,000 students last year, both online and offline, right? So we train people and organizations on Microsoft Office packages, different tech courses, ranging from data analysis, which is my field, data science, digital marketing, cybersecurity, web design and web development, and a whole lot more, right? And in 2024, we were able to train over 3,000 students physically and more than 10,000 online with 5 different organizations. So we go to people's organizations to train them on different things, which we call corporate training, right? So let's move forward and talk a little bit about the Institute. Actually, coincidentally, I'm putting on the same polo, but not without my ID card. These are some of my team members, right? My partner is right here. You can see him right here. That's some of my team member, and we are a lot more than this. We are over, I think 70 staff now that we're working together. So about the Institute, Digital World is an online and physical learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and accessible to everyone. So that's why you are here seeing me online. You can be anywhere. You're in your house, in your office, in your car, and you can see me. All right. And you can also hear me. So our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to Nigerian and Africa in general. All right. So that's a little bit of introduction. Someone is actually writing on my screen, right? So I'm gonna deal with that in a bit. Just give me a minute. Let me just quickly clear it out. All right. So that's a little bit about it. At the end of the webinar, we'll talk more about digital world. If you have any question on that, I'm gonna answer you. Okay. Are you ready to start? Grab your pen and a jotter with a bottle of water. Let's dive in deep. Are we all ready for this? If you're not ready for this journey, you can go home. Are you ready? Are you ready for this journey? Are you ready to go on this journey with me? Are you ready? You are? Are you sure? Okay, no problem. Nobody says, it's only Paris that says something. Okay, no problem, Linda. Thank you. All right, let's go into a glimpse into the future of data analysis, right? So, as we all know, let's come to Nigeria, right? So, I'm in Nigeria. Data is no longer just a byproduct of our digital life. We all know that, right? It is the fuel powering innovation, decision-making, and competitive advantage across various industries, right? As we all know, no matter what organization wants to do, the very first thing they have to do is to look at their data, right? It's just like if you want to buy a pair of shoes, right? What do you do first? You look at your account balance. Can I actually afford this? That's the same thing with an organization. So if they are selling whatever they're selling, right, they want to know, where is my product performing very well? which location is my product performing very well, which product is buying more of my product. So they actually want to know more of that for them to be able to know the area of concentration. Where should I focus my product on, right? Where should I focus my product on? So like I said here, it is the fuel powering innovation. How does it actually power innovation, right? So let's say you are selling about 5 different kind of products, or you are doing different type of services, right? Maybe you're a web developer, a cybersecurity expert. Now, how do you now track your conversion? How do you know that, oh, here in this location, my product is not performing very well? So how can I service these people with other products? That is innovation. So for instance, let's say I'm selling, let me use my microphone. I'm selling this mic, right? So I'm selling microphone. So let's say I'm selling this microphone. I used to sell to Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, right? Now I noticed that, okay, Ghanaians buy more of this, but Nigerians don't actually buy more of this, right? So I need to actually do more research. What are the things? Because almost all, in fact, all business owners want to make more money. That's that's the fact, right? Whatever they are doing is the main motive is for them to make more money, right? So if I'm selling this product and I notice that, oh, it's only Ghanaians that are buying my product, right? We have over 200 million people in Nigeria, right? Over 200 million. So how can I service them? I can't just allow those audience to go. So I need to think, I need to do more research on which type of products are Nigerians buying, right? Is it that I need to actually reduce my price? Is it that I need to run adverts? Is it that I need to work on my delivery system, right? It powers your innovation. It allows you to think out of the box. Without looking at your data, there's no way you'll be able to know that, oh, this product is performing very, very well, extremely well in Ghana. But here in Nigeria, right, this product is actually not performing very well, right? You understand? It powers innovation, right? It also helps in making decisions, right? It also helps in competitive advantage. Now, I use this example very well. Now, how many of us knows all these Biggie Apple, Biggie Cola, all those Biggie drink? If you're in Nigeria, you should know that, right? For those of us that take soft drink, you take Pepsi, Coke, different, mention it. You take almost all, right? So, do you remember there was a time that there is this biggie? It's only one person, Chidima. What about others? Is it that we don't know how this biggie drink? We're having a conversation now. Let's make it lively. So we are on the competitive advantage. I'm still waiting for that. So I want to use that to explain it to you so that you understand. Now, if you're talking about competitive advantage, so I was using that Biggie example. Now, if you remember when Biggie came out first, right, what they did is a bit bigger than Coke and Pepsi, right? It's a bit bigger than Coke and Pepsi, and they are selling it at the same price. That is the very first step, is market penetration. They use that to penetrate the market. So they know that, oh, a lot of people are actually not getting too much satisfaction on this one, because most people ended up taking maybe 2 Pepsi, 3 Pepsi per day. Now, how can we satisfy these people with just one for them not to buy 2 or 3 more? Do you understand? That is, now they've been able to penetrate the market. Now comes, I think it's after COVID, right? Then the prices of stuff start going up, right? All these drinks, they used to sell it 100 naira before. So if you're in Ghana, let's say they used to sell it maybe 20 Ghana cedis, right? Just within a month, the price increased. I think there's inflation, right? So the price increases to 200. It's double the amount. What does Biggie have to do? They also increase their price, but now looking at their data, they notice that, oh, people are not buying more of our soft drink again because of the price. What can we do? Before Pepsi and Coke, before they could think, Biggie created small of it, and they reduced the price back to 100 naira, which means a lot of people can now access that. They can afford to buy that. Now, right now, Biggie is now a household name. Almost everybody knows Biggie. If you go anywhere, almost everybody wants to buy Biggie at that time because it's affordable. So if you can't go for the 200 naira own, you go for the 100 naira own. So Biggie has already gotten their market share before Pepsi and Coke even think of, oh, let's come up with something small. That's an example of competitive advantage. It gives you an edge over your competitor. So looking at your data, you know that, wow, the price of this thing has increased, and my people cannot afford it. What can I do? Still keeping the same value, but I can reduce the size for them to be, okay, if you cannot afford this 200, you can afford this 100. Do you understand? They've been able to have advantage over their competitors. That is competitive advantage. It helps organizations to be able to think out of the box just by looking at their data. They know what is working and what is not working just by getting a good analyst to analyze their data, right? Now, the future of data analysis promises to be a remarkable one, driven by the emerging trends and technologies that are redefining the way we interact with data. Currently now, there are a whole lot of software that are helping us to do a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of softwares, right? Especially Excel. Excel now, we have different versions of Excel. The latest one is Office 365, which has a whole lot of amazing tools. Whereby, if you actually want to analyze it, there are a lot of AI tools that can actually help you to do it. There is now integration of ChatGPT inside Excel, whereby if you are looking for a formula and you don't know how to do it, just by clicking on that, you can type in the formula. Okay, how do I use this formula? And ChatGPT will break everything down for you. Now, there's another thing called recommended pivot, whereby all you just have to do is load your data set inside the table, put it in a pivot table, and just a button click is going to analyze your data for you without you doing anything, right? There are a whole lot of software that can actually that has actually made our life much more easier as an analyst. So I've been mentioning data analysis, data analysis. Now let's now talk about what is data analysis. What exactly is data analysis? So let's go. Data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, transforming, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision making. Let me take that again, right? Data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, transforming, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision making, right? So I'm coming back to break all this down, but let me finish this my gibberish, right? So it involves a range of techniques and tools depending on the type and complexity of the data, as well as the goal of the analysis. Let's play small. A lot of people are getting too serious here. Am I too serious? Learning should be fun. We are having a conversation. I'm not in class. We are having a conversation. Am I too serious? Do you think I'm too serious? Or we should just play and dance a bit? Huh? Should we play and dance a bit? Well, let me wait for other people. It's only Abibat that has answered. Okay. Are you sure? Okay, I'm good to go. Thank you, Mr. Rotimi Idowu. All right. Now, yes, it's too serious. Okay, let's break it down now. Right? Now, it involves a range of data analysis involves a range of techniques and tools depending on the type and complexity of the data, as well as the goal of the analysis. That is what will determine that is what will determine what you want to do. Now, let's now go back up here and explain this. So just move a bit forward. Let's go back. So data analysis is the process of examining data, right? Now, as an analyst, there are some things you need to do, right? As an analyst, the very first time you get the data, the first thing you have to do is examine your data. You need to actually examine your data. Now, if I'm saying examine your data, I don't need to take it to the lab, start giving it injection just to get something. No. You examine it. So you want to know, the very first thing is, what am I doing with this data? Which type of data am I dealing with? Right? Is it a sales data set? Is it a retail data set? Is it a medical data set? Is it like a chemical data set? Yes, as an analyst, a lot of data sets that will come your way. A lot. You don't have to be scared. Now, let me tell you something. The very first time I got my first project, right, when I first started, I got one project and they gave me a chemical data. Right? Can you believe that? I was so scared that I was sweating when I saw the data set. But at the end of the day, I did it and I got my money, right? But when you're just getting started, it's normal. Even though when I get some project now, I used to be scared. Yeah, the last project I got recently was a VBA project. When the lady messaged me, she's in Canada. So she messaged me that, oh, I want you to build this automation process for us for our school, right? It's a school in Canada, right? For our school, whereby, and the lady started listing everything. I was like, wait, madam, do you want to kill me? Right? All this, and I kept thinking to my head, like, how can I achieve this? How can I achieve this? Right? It is achievable, right? All of them are achievable. Once you just start doing it, you see it very, very simple, right? You'll be scared. It's normal. Even though when I get some data right now, I'm kind of scared at the amounts of what I'm seeing, right? But all you just have to do is rest, pause a bit, especially when you are writing something that deals with code, right? I'm not saying this to scare you, right? But there's coding aspect of data analysis, but you are not going there right now. Right? Yes, you are not going there right now. So especially when you are dealing with code, there are some whenever I get a project on Python, I used to have headache, right? Because you can't actually you can't say you are a professional and you are not going to run error. It's normal, right? So there are some error whereby you will run. And let me tell you something. There was a day I got a project and the lady was like, okay, I'm supposed to deliver the next day. And I was running one code till 2 a.m. in the midnight. And who can guess? What could be what do you think actually caused that error? Who can guess? It's something you all know. What do you think actually caused that error? What do you just guess? What do you think? Misspelling? Yeah, it's normal, but misspelling cannot actually cause so much error. Yeah, another one, another person, another person. Someone that says they know PHP here. I saw someone that said they started Python. I'm talking about Python now. Who can guess? Sleep and no. The only comma, thank you. I missed a comma. A comma, just comma, right? Just comma. And I ran that code. I was looking at it, just comma, and I was looking at it from 12 till 2 a.m. and I have to deliver the next day, right? But it's not so hard. Just sit down, relax, examine your data. Which type of data am I dealing with? Right? After knowing the type of data we are dealing with, the next thing is, oh, what do I want to achieve with this data? Right? Do I just want to extract insights? Do I just want to clean data? Right? After knowing what you want to achieve, the next thing is now, yes, comma can cause an error. Yes. Don't worry, when you get to SQL, you will understand. In Excel, Power BI, well, if you are not writing VBA, you are not going into that. But when you get to SQL, you will understand. It's normal. It's normal. You don't have to be scared about that. Now, after knowing the goal of the analysis, the next thing is which software can actually help me to achieve this? Is it Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python, R, SPSS, Stata? You want to know the software that can actually help you to achieve what you want to do. Now, after knowing the software, now here comes the work. You have to go with your pen and jotter. The next thing is organizing your data, right? We should know that as an analyst, it's not our job to do data entry, right? We are not doing data entry. That is what I mean by data entry is you are typing it on you are typing data into Excel or you are putting it on Python. It's not your job, right? Now, the next thing is organizing your data. Now, you are getting data from different departments, right? If you are working with an organization. So you get data from the HR department, from the finance department, from the sales department. So your job as an analyst is to organize this data together to form what we call master data. Do you understand? So you organize it together to form what we call master data, right? After organizing your data, the next thing is cleaning your data. That's what we call data cleaning or data transformation. Do you understand? That's what we call data cleaning or data transformation. So you are transforming your data. You are removing the missing values, right? You are removing error values. You are removing typo errors. Do you understand? You are correcting it. You are adding formulas, right? You are manipulating your data set just to make sure that it fits into what you want to do, right? Now, after cleaning your data, the next thing is now maybe you want to extract insights, you want to generate insight from the data. Don't worry, today when we get to the practical section, we are actually going to generate insight from our data, right? So maybe you want to generate insight from your data, you want to identify patterns in your data, right? Now, note, all these things you are doing is to help organization to make decision, to make what? Progressive decision. Do we all, now, for those of us that are totally new to data analysis, do we know what data analysis is all about now? Do we know? That's all we do as an analyst. One of the things that I don't mention here is automation, right? Do you understand what data analysis is all about? That's actually the very first agenda. I want you all to understand that. Do you understand what data analysis is all about? Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. You understand? Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. You are now an analyst, right? I want you to believe something. I don't work with people that don't believe. So I want you to believe, right, that you are an analyst. So if you actually believe this, type in there that I am an analyst. If you believe, just type in there that I am an analyst. Type in there that I am an analyst. Type it now. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you. Don't laugh, Joe. Be serious. Be serious for once, please. Okay, that's good. That's good. Clap for yourself. That's good. Nice one. That's actually the very first step, knowing what we do as an analyst. All right, now let's talk about data analysis evolution. That's good. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm shy. I'm shy. Hey, I'm in the midst of analysts. Okay, that's good. Now let's go into data analysis evolution, right? All right. So data analysis has actually come a very long way from traditional reporting to predictive and prescriptive analysis. And all this has become an integral part of modern decision making. Now, we've been analyzing data years back, but we don't know, right? What do I mean? So let's say you have a store and you are selling bag of rice, right? Let's say in your store you have about, we all have rice in our country now. There's rice in Cameroon. For those of you that are in Cameroon, you have rice in Cameroon. You have rice in Ghana, right? Am I correct? For those in Cameroon and Ghana. Yes, right? Don't worry, you're already on your way to becoming one. Right, okay, plenty. Now, you're selling bag of rice. Let's say, yes, let's use maybe 1995, whereby we don't really have exam, right? So in 1995, you used to sell bags of rice. And how do I know that? We've been analyzing data years back. So you have in your store, you have about 30 bags of rice in your store, right? Now in your store, you know that I have 30 bags of rice, right? If you are selling one bag, let's say you buy it at the rate of 1,000 and you are selling it at the rate of 1,500, right? That is 1,500. So you already know that, okay, at the end of this 20 bag of rice, that's 20 bags of rice, I'm going to use 30,000 to buy more. Now my profit is the remaining, right? So the profit is going to be, okay, 1,005 times 30, right? So you know that, okay, 1,005 times 30, that's the total of everything. That is what? Your total income, right? So let's go to Excel and do a bit of calculation. I'm just getting, we don't use Excel then, but let's just say so you are selling about, don't worry, we are still going to, don't worry, I don't want this, coming back. So for those of us that are new, this is Excel, but we are going to talk more on this when we get to Power BI. So let's say you are selling 30 bags of rice for 1,500, right? So this is 45,000, right? And you know that, okay, you buy it at the rate of 1,000, that's 30,000. Now you know that, okay, the total that I'm going to receive after selling all the 30 bags is 45,000. And the amount that I used to buy is 30,000, right? You just analyze data there. That is just an analysis, right? You just analyze data. You know that, okay, I should be making 15,000 what? 15,000 profits, right? We all used to did it even before Excel, and we have the background knowledge. So if you actually have the background knowledge, then you are an analyst, right? You are an analyst. But now in these days and era, data analysis has actually gone very far for you to be able to do predictive and prescriptive analysis, right? So let's move forward now. Let's talk about types, type of analyst, type of data analysis, right? So unlocking the power of data involves more than just collecting and organizing data. It requires applying the right type of analysis to uncover insight and drive decision. Remember when I explained data analysis, the very first step is what? Data examination. You need to examine your data, right? So while you are examining your data, you also get to know the type of analysis that you want to do. Remember, I said the goal of the analysis is what will determine the software that you are going to use, right? What are the goals? Those are the type of analysis, right? So the very first type of analysis is what we call descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis, right? Now, descriptive analysis summarizes what has happened in the past, right? You are selling 30 bags of rice, or you have 30 bags of rice in your store, right? And last month you sold everything. That has happened in the past. Now you know that, okay, you have 45,000. What you just did is you just describe what has happened in the past. Do you understand? Descriptive analysis, getting insights, getting information from the data that has already happened in the past. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Right? Do we understand? Yes or no? Do you want me to take it again? Do you want me to take it again? Okay, remember I said descriptive analysis is what? Focus on what? Historical data. Do you get it? It's what has happened in the past. That is what descriptive analysis talks about. You have 30 bags of rice, and last month you sold 20 out of it. You have 10 left. What you just did, okay, this 20, how much am I generating? How much is my profit? How much is my revenue? Right? How much am I taking to market to buy more? What you are just doing is descriptive analysis, trying to summarize what has happened in the past. And most of the time, that is what we work on as an analyst, most especially junior data analyst, right? Most especially junior data analyst. Most especially, that's what you'll be working with, right? Now, after that is diagnostic data analysis. Diagnostic data analysis. Now, if you're talking about diagnostic data analysis, is now you want to examine or determine why a certain event happened, right? So you notice that every month from January to like March, April, May, June, July, August, you used to sell 40, 50 bags every single month. That's 50 bags of rice, 40 bags of rice. And you get to August, you notice that, oh, you sold about 20. Right? And in your head, you're like, why did I sell 20? Right? Why did I sell 20 bags? In January, I sold 30. In February, I sold 50. In March, I sold 40. Right? Now in August, why did I sell 20? That is diagnostic analysis. Why does it happen? You want to know the reason behind a certain event. Now, you've already described your data, right? You've already seen your revenue, you've seen your profit, right? Now you want to know, why is my quantity low? Is it that my marketing team is not working? Is it that the price is high? Is it that, what exactly is happening? That is what you are doing as an analyst, as a diagnostic analyst. You want to know, you want to discover why a certain event happened, right? Now, the next one is predictive analysis. Predictive analysis. Now, predictive analysis is using different models to predict what will happen in the future. So let's say every day on a normal month, you sell 30 bags, 40 bags. By the time you are getting to the December period or during festive period, how many bags do you think you are going to buy for your store? In your store, rather. How many do you think you are going to buy in your store? Every month you used to sell about 30, 40. But now we are approaching festive period. We are approaching Christmas, December, right? How many bags do you think you're going to buy in your store? Just think as a store owner now. You sell rice. Above 100, I won't advise you to do that too. But let's go. Another person, suggestion, let's talk. How many bags do you think you're going to buy? 70 bags, not bad. Okay. All right, I want one more person. 70 bags. All right, that's good. Now, what predictive analysis is, you are now just using your head to think like, okay, because you are in festive period, how many bags should I buy? You are now using different model, right, to predict what will happen in the future, right? You are using different model to predict what will happen in the future. So because you are using past data, you already know what you used to sell every month. Now you are now using that to predict that, okay, we are approaching Christmas period, we are approaching festive period, right? So I need to stock my store so that a lot of people are going to be coming out to buy more product, right? That is what predictive analysis is talking about, using the historical data to predict the future. Now, the next one is prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis. What exactly is prescriptive analysis? What prescriptive analysis is basically talking about is, now you have 70 bags in your store, right? How do I sell these 70 bags? What are the actionable steps for me to be able to achieve what machine has already predicted for me? Right? How can I sell it? What are the steps that I need to take? Right? Do I need to work on my marketing? Do I need to run promo that, okay, if you buy 2 bags of rice, I'm going to give you granite oil, I'm going to give you noodles, I'm going to give you spag, right? What are the things that I need to do for me to be able to sell more? Because on a normal day, I sell about 40 to 30 bags of rice. Now I want to sell 70 bags, right? What do I need to do for me to be able to achieve what machine has already predicted for me? That's what we call prescriptive analysis. Can you all hear me? Are you still with me? Can you all hear me? Are you getting something? Are you getting something? All right. The last one is what we call EDA, exploratory data analysis. That's EDA, exploratory data analysis. Now, we don't really do much of exploratory data analysis in data analysis itself, right? We do more in data science, right? We do more in data science. But sometimes we do a little bit of exploratory data analysis in data analysis, most especially when we get to Power BI. We do what we call data modeling, right? So what exploratory data analysis is talking about is you are finding patterns, relationship in different data sets. right? So you have a store or you have a supermarket where you are selling different type of products, and different type of people, different caliber of people are coming to buy products in your store or in your supermarket. How can you find patterns in your data? How can you find the relationship between those people? Right? That is what exploratory data analysis is all about. And most especially, we tend to use machine learning algorithm. Right? I'm not going to lie. We tend to use machine learning algorithm, especially in unsupervised learning, right? We have in data science, in machine learning, we have what we call supervised learning and unsupervised learning. So this EDA is one of the things that we do under unsupervised learning, but that's advanced data analysis inside data science. So you don't need to worry your head about this for now. So we do something called clustering. Now, do we understand all these types of data analysis? Machine learning is the savior, right? Do we understand what all these types of analysis now? Types of data analysis. Do we all understand it before we move forward? That's good. Are you still with me? Are you still learning something? Are you enjoying your stay with me? Are you enjoying your stay with me? Are you enjoying with me? Okay, that's good. That is nice. Okay, nice one. I'm going to ask you a question. Oh. Are you going to answer my question if I ask you? Eh? Are you going to answer my question if I ask you? Okay, no problem. But you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. I should do the prescriptive analysis again. Okay. Basically, prescriptive analysis is talking about the actionable step. What are the steps that you need to take for you to be able to achieve what machine has already predicted for you? The first dimension is descriptive analysis. We have descriptive analysis, we have diagnostic analysis, we have predictive analysis, we have prescriptive analysis, and we have exploratory data analysis. Those are the 5 types of analysis that we do have, right? But most of the time, we are going to be seeing 3 or 4, right? 3. Most of the time, we are going to be seeing 3. If you search on Google, you might see 3, right? You'll see descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive. Those are the 3 major ones that we do, right? Those are the 3 major ones that we do. But in a real life scenario, there are 5. We have descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and exploratory data analysis, right? Okay, this is it, right? These are the 5 that we do have. All right, so let's move forward a second. That's all. Let's talk about data explosion. As we all know, data is growing at an unprecedented rate. You can actually just predict it. Before you know, it's flying. And how do we know? This is done, or this is caused by the connected device, right? And digital interaction. Like I said earlier, data is growing at an unprecedented rate, driven by the connected devices and digital interaction. And this has made effective data analysis more crucial. Now, let's think of something. If I want to order food, right, as a freelancer, most of the time I'm always at home, right? So, except if I have a management meeting in the office, right? I have a training to do. Maybe I want to train someone, they call me in to come and step in for someone, maybe a lecturer is not available, then I have to go to the office. But most of the time, I'm always at home, right? So if I want to order food, I don't need to step out to order food. All I just have to do is go to an app, right? Order the food. And do you know, they're going to deliver it for me. That is an example of digital interaction, right? Now, that's information that I put on that app that, okay, I want to buy fried rice and jollof rice with chicken, right? I want to buy those 3 things. Those information, how will they get to know? It goes directly into their database. Do you know how many people are ordering different products online? That's digital interaction. Now, let's leave those e-commerce websites. Let's go to our social media platform. Yes, I love rice. Rice is my best food. I don't really eat too much of swallow, right? I love rice more, right? So I eat rice almost every day. So Now let's go to our social media, right? Social media. So if you go to social media, just by liking something, you just like a post, you've given them a data. You comment on a post, you've given them a data. You share a post, you've given them a data. How do you think most of us as an advertiser targets the right audience? That is because Facebook knows, Instagram knows what you like. You see, some guys here, for me, I don't really watch football. I don't like football at all, so I don't watch it, right? But if you see some guys here, right, just go to their TikTok. What you'll be seeing is football, football, football. How they transfer Ronaldo from this place to this place, they know it, right? The next player that Chelsea want to buy, they know it, right? So they know all these things just on this social media. So for me now, just for them going to social media, they are liking something about football. The algorithm is recording that, oh, Mr. So person likes football. So if I don't like football, so if I want to sell football kits, right, and I go to Facebook or TikTok or Instagram that, oh, I want to sell these football boots, right? Then Facebook will say, okay, pay me a little bit amount of money, and I'm going to give you this audience. I'm going to show your advert to this audience. Just because they have your information, they know they know what you like, right? Maybe I'm a woman. A lot of people have been saying, oh, my voice sounds more like a woman. Do I sound like a female? Right? Do I sound like a female? Hmm. If you don't try me, don't try me. Thank you. Not really. Okay. Most like there's something happened recently. My someone we employ an admin recently, and she called me. So when I picked, and she was like, "Hello, ma. Sorry, I want to speak with Mr. Akip." I was like, "This is me." Right? It's like, oh, I'm sounding like a female on phone. But now all these things are what is helping data to grow, because the moment you log into your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok account, the algorithm started working, started recording everything that you do, right? Thank you, right? Everything that you do. And all this is what is making data sets to grow, right? That's what is making data sets to grow. All right, let's move forward. The next question that we're going to ask ourselves is, are data analysts in demand? Are they really in demand? Right? I'm asking you now, do you think data analysts are in demand? Do you think data analysts are in demand? That's a question. Oh, are you sure? Okay, now, we are not missing anything. Data analysts are in high demand in today's job market, right? Yes, so sir, as we are, yes, now Zoom is recording your chat. Obviously, it's normal. At the end of the webinar, if I want to download all this chat, I have it, I can download it, right? So I can download all this chat. So Zoom has it. Zoom has all your information. I'm seeing your name right here, right? So I'm saying, okay, this person says this person says it at this time, because all whatever you're doing here is going into their database. All right, data analysts are in high demand in today's job market, and this trend is expected to continue well into the future. According to United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, right, we call them BLS, employment of data analysts and other related occupation is projected to grow by 33% from 2020 to 2030 within just 10 years, which is much more faster than the average of all occupation, right? And the demand for data analysts can be attributed to the increasing importance of data-driven decision-making in businesses and organizations of all sizes, because almost all organizations now are taking their businesses online. They want to build a website, they want to create an app. So if they are doing that, they will have a database, right? So your information is going directly into their database. So for them to be able to generate information from a database, they need Onyechukwu, if you can jot down your question. When we get to the question and answer section, I'm going to answer you on that. There's a lot of confusion between data analysis and data science. So I'm going to break it down for you. So, right? So if they want to download information, they want to generate insight from the database, who do you think they are going to call? So your information is going into their database. So they want to download or generate information from that database. Who do you think they are going to call? Who? I'm asking. Hello, are you there? Who do you think they are going to call? An analyst. Thank you very much. They are going to call an analyst. That's good. All right. So IBM also estimated that by 2025, which is this year, there will be over 2.7 million job postings on data analysis, right? In US alone. And I've seen it a lot in my freelancing app, right? In my freelancing website, I use Upwork more, right? I've seen a lot of job posting on data analysis, data science. So why is data analysis the future of everything? It is the process of analyzing data that has revolutionized many industries and will continue to do so. A lot of industry are down, right? Just by analyzing their data, they know the next step to take, right? And the days of having to do all your analysis by hands are over. You don't even do it by hands again, right? These days, there are a lot of software that can actually help you to analyze data easy and fast. Right? You don't even need a PhD in statistics. Like myself, I did not study statistics. I study economics. Right? All you just have to do is pick out what matters the most from your data, and you are done. Right? Just pick out what matters the most in your data. You are done. Simple as that. Right? So let's go into the career path for an analyst. What are the career paths? Softwares, we have Excel, we have Power BI, we have SQL, we have Python, we have R, we have SPSS, we have Startup, we have Tableau. There are a whole lot of other softwares that you can use. Now, as an analyst, I need to be straightforward and be truthful at this point. Right. As an analyst, you should always be ready to study. Right? This is based on my little experience that I have. Let me say little. Right? This is based on my little experience that I have. Right? Because new software are coming out. When I started data analysis, I started with Excel 2007, right? But fast forward to this year now, there's Office 365, which is like the latest, and they are updating it every single month. New formulas are there, right? So if you are not studying, there is no way you will become better, right? In Excel 2007, there's nothing like recommended pivot, which is an AI tool that helps us to analyze data, right? In Excel 2007, there's nothing like XLOOKUP, there's nothing like sequence, right? But in this latest version now, there are a lot of tools, a lot of software that help us to analyze data easier and faster, right? Now, before I even go into career opportunity, how many of you are ready to dedicate, maybe even if it is only 30 minutes, to learn one thing? No, you don't have to learn a lot in a day. If you want to learn just one formula in Excel, just say today, I want to focus on if, or I want to focus on count if, I want to focus on sum. 30 minutes per day. How many of us are ready to do that here today? 30 minutes. It might even not be every day. It might be maybe one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off. Because let me tell you, no matter the field you are, you can just be calling yourself professional, but you can't know everything in that field, not especially in this tech field. You can't know everything, right? You have to be studying every single day. So, as an analyst, what are the career paths? The very first thing is, as an analyst, you become a data analyst after learning data analysis. So you become a data analyst. So I don't actually need to put it right here, right? Another career opportunity is you can become a database manager, right? Just managing organization databases, working with all these e-commerce websites like Jumia, Ponga, Amazon. I have a student that work with Amazon, right? Amazon, different organizations, just managing their database. And what are the things we use for database? SQL or PostgreSQL or Oracle. First Bank, I have seen their database something before. They use Toad, and it's also SQL. So all these things, their syntax are the same thing, right? So there's nothing different there. You can become a data analyst consultant, right? Another thing that I always tell my students is, if you are ready to learn and you're ready to grow, after learning data analysis, proceed to becoming a data scientist. After becoming a data scientist, proceed to become a machine learning expert. As you are increasing yourself, your income also increase. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. If you stay in one place, your income stays with you there. You guys, but as you are learning more, you are becoming more valuable, right? Every single day, just by learning more. You can also become a financial analyst, whereby you learn data analysis, but now you just want to focus on finance. I have someone that does that, right? You just want to focus on finance. You can focus on marketing analyst, sales analyst, right? A whole lot of things that you can actually become just by learning data analysis. And you can work in virtually all organizations, because almost all organizations work with data, right? And if they are working with data, they need an analyst. All right. Do you learn something in this theory section before we go into practical section? Did we enjoy ourselves and you learned something? If you actually enjoy and you learn something, just say yes and enjoy, right? If you enjoy yourself and you learn something, just say yes, then with and, then put enjoy. Let me know you did too. Not like you just learned, you did not enjoy, or you just enjoyed, you did not learn. Enjoy and yes, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. It's your network. It's your network. All right. All right. I don't love football. Yes, I can't lie. I don't love football. I don't really love football. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right. So now, how many of us are ready for this practical? How many of us are ready for practical? Now, I've been mentioning data analysis, theory. Show workings, right? Not just talk. Show what? Workings. Is that not correct? You are just talking. They will ask you, where is your evidence? Right? Can someone, yes, you can. Yes, business analysis is a little bit different from data analysis, but a knowledge in data analysis can actually help you become a business analyst. I'm a business analyst myself, but I don't really practice it that much. I train it, but I don't really practice it. I prefer to practice more on data analysis than business analysis. There are a lot of paperwork in business analysis, but it's not that hard. I train it, but I don't really practice it that much. But if I have a project on it, I do it. But not like I did not actually stand for it like that. I'm an analyst. All right. Okay. So now let's go into practical. Right? You ready for workings? Okay, we're going to start with Excel for those of us that are new. So my Excel is coming up, and for those of us that are new, this is the home page of Excel. Excel is actually going to greet you when you come here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, right? Excel is going to greet you. And one thing that these are what we call the templates, right? There are a lot of templates that you can actually do that you can work with here. But for me, I don't work with templates. So what I will just do is click on this blank workbook, and you can see some of the project I've worked on. This is in data science. I use machine learning for it, but I just use Excel to study data. This one, I want to build the dashboard for it in Power BI, but I'm not done. I don't even have time. NCR ride booking. This is a ride app. I want me to analyze the data. Sorry. Let me leave my work. Let's do practical now. I'm not explaining. Okay, so actually I'm going to click on black workbook. Right, and once I click on black workbook, it's going to bring me right here. Imagine I have 3 projects and I've not done any. And today, let me tell you, before I actually came into this webinar, I was watching TikTok. Now, when they come for me tomorrow, now they will use police to come and carry me. Okay, so um, these are this is Excel, right? This is Excel. This is where we do our work, right? So for example, this is we have rows and columns, we have rows and we have columns, right? So the alphabetical letter are usually assigned to columns. The alphabetical letters are for columns. So if you see we have A, B, C, D, E, F, right? They are columns. So this is column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, column F. You have over 16,000 columns. Let's actually see the end. It ends right here, XFD. That's the end of a column, right? A spreadsheet. That's where it ends, right? And we have the rows. So these are the rows. We have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and you have over 1,000,000 rows, right? You have over 1,000,000 rows. So you have 1,048,576 rows. So which means if you are working with a data that is above these numbers, right, that is above this row, Excel cannot do it. So now you know that, okay, if I have 1,048,577, Excel cannot handle it. Do you understand? Excel cannot handle it because Excel can only take 1,048,576 rows of data set. Do we understand? Are we still the same page? Are we still on the same page? Yes or no? Wake up, don't sleep. Shortcut, if you press Control right arrow, Control and right arrow, it's going to take you to the end of a row, of a column. If you press Control down arrow, right? So, like I said, we have columns and we have the rows, right? Now, if you look at these boxes, we look at each of these boxes, right? This box, they're called a cell. And the lines you see here, one thing that a lot of people, one of the mistakes that a lot of people used to make in Excel is once they put this data inside this, each of these cells, and they print it, they will be thinking these lines becomes together with it. No, these lines that you see here, they are called grid line. So they are not borderline, right? They are grid line. They will not show when you are printing it out, right? So it's until you add a borderline to it, that's when the line will show. But let's move forward. We have a cell, right? Each of these boxes is called a cell. Each of these boxes that I see here, they are called a cell. Now, how do we reference a cell? How do we call a cell? Right? We reference a cell by calling the row and the columns. So this is column A, row 1, right? So they both meet right here. So this cell now, we will call it cell A1, right? So if I move down here, I'm in column B, row 5. So I'm going to call this cell B5, right? So if I move down here, I'm in column E, row 9. I'm going to call this cell E9, right? So each of these boxes is called what? A cell. So who can guess? Which cell am I now? Which cell is this? Which cell? Who can guess? Which cell? H7. Thank you very much. Clap for yourself, Mr. Emmanuel. You are the only person following me. Abibat 2. Chidima, nice one. iPhone. All right. That's good. We have H7, right? Now, that is just one cell. Am I too fast? Someone said I'm too fast. Am I too fast? I don't think so. But you know what? If you have any question, just jot it down. I still have a question and answer section. Do you understand? I still have question and answer section. Now that we have a cell, like I said, each of these cell is called what? Each of this is cell F9, right? If I move here, this is D7 because I'm in column D, row 7. Now, if you select more than one cell, if you select one, it's called a cell. That's one of these boxes. It's called what? A cell. But if you select more than one cell, right, like this, it becomes what we call a range. So you can either call it a range or an array. So a group of cells, right, is called a range or an array. Now, if you are using a formula like index, if I say or equals to like VLOOKUP, right? VLOOKUP, you're going to see something here called table array, right? Array. So array is a group of cells. So whenever you see Excel asking you for an array, right? Or you can see another thing called range lookup, range. So whenever you see Excel saying range or an array, it's talking about a group of cell. Do you get it now? A group of cell. All right. Now, we have the tools that we work with up here. If you look up here, now here, this place is called the formula bar, whereby if I type in any formula, I'm going to see it here. So for instance, I want to get today's date. If I say equals to today, right? Equals to today, just close my bracket. Now you can look up here, you can see the formula, right? Can you see the formula? So if I press enter now, here now it's going to show me the date, that's today's date, right? But here, you can see the formula, right? Someone said that you zoom in. Okay, let me zoom in again. Someone is saying, I have background noise. I don't have any background noise. I'm the only one in my house. I don't have any background noise. I don't think I have any. Can you hear anything from the background? Do you have any background noise? I think it should be your network. I don't have any background noise. Everyone is muted, I'm sure of that. All right. Now, let me take that again. Let me take it again, right? So if I say equals to today, right? Equals to today, right? And just open and close my brackets, then press enter. Now, if you notice in this formula bar, I can see the formula here. That is the formula that helped me to generate this date. So this place where you see the formula is called the formula bar. The same thing if you type in a text. So if I say welcome, right? You are still going to see the welcome here because it's not a formula. So the very first time you click on something, you will know if it is a text or is a formula, right? Okay, let me take it again. So I'm explaining this formula bar now. So if I say equals to today, I want to use a formula, right? Equals to today. Open and close my brackets, right? Just note, this is a formula. So this formula now is used to generate today's date. So if I press enter now, if you look here, I have the date, that is today's date, right? Today is 3rd of September 2025, right? But if you look up here in this formula bar, here what I have is the formula, right? Now, you notice it's not showing me the date. It's showing me the formula that helped me to generate the date. That is why we call it formula bar. Same thing with if you type in a text in, so I type in welcome. Now, I type in welcome in this cell, right? Which cell is this? Which cell is this? Which cell is this? Let me know if you are with me. 3. 3, okay? D3, thank you. Mr. Emmanuel, don't fall my hand now, Mr. Emmanuel. I thought you are following me. Don't fall my hand. You are Agba in this thing. You are big. You are a pro. So no dey fall my hand. I beg. Let's come to Nigeria. Okay. Okay. Now this is welcome, right? Now, but if you look up here, it's still showing welcome. So if you use a formula, it's going to show the formula that you use for you. But in the cell, it's going to show you the report. So if I do another thing, if I say equals to 3 times 7 here now, right? This will give me the answer as 21, right? But if you look right here, it's showing me formula. So that is why we call this place the formula bar, right? We call it the formula bar. So if it is a text, it's going to show you the text. If it is a formula in the cell, you will see the result. But in the formula bar, you are going to see the formula they use to generate that result. Are we on the same page? That's why we call it a formula bar, right? Now, if you look up here, we have what we call the ribbons. We have the ribbons. They are the command that help us to achieve what we want to achieve. So let me type in welcome here again, right? So if I want this welcome to be bold, right? So I can use a ribbon, this B now, or I can use a keyboard shortcut, Control B, to make it bold, right? You can see it's now bold, right? If I want it to be slant, right? I use italic. You see, it's now slant. All these things that you see right here, they have their own function, and we call them what? Ribbons, right? Now, ribbon has a house. They have their own house. The house is called a tab. Now, you can see the home tab, these are the ribbons on the home tab, right? If you go to the insert tab, these are the ribbons under the insert tab. If you go to the draw tab, these are the ribbons under the draw tab. If you go to the page layout tab, they have their own ribbons, right? Now, for you, you are not going to have this CGPA. This is the project I was talking about that the woman wanted to choke me, but I'm done with it, thank God, right? You can see all this small thing that you see here. There are a lot of codes, like big code behind it. But don't worry, that is advanced, and more advanced exam, right? So you don't worry about that, right? Now I was talking about the tabs. So each tab have their own ribbons. Are we learning something? Are we still learning something? Right? Are we still learning something? Yes or no, my people? Are you learning? Yes or no? Or you are becoming too bored? Eh? Okay, all right. Which one is Mama? I don't know. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, so now those are the basics, right? Those are just small basics. Now let's do a bit of more advanced thing, right? Let's do a bit of more advanced thing. I'm using the latest example. What do you expect? I'm not a small boy. I'm a man. So I'm using the latest version of Excel. If you want to get the latest version, don't worry, I will tell you a secret. Don't worry, there is a secret behind it. I'm using the latest Office 365. How do you check? If you go to File and you go to Accounts, you will see Microsoft 365 app for enterprises. You charge my name. I'm not be small girl. I'm not be small boy. All right. You are losing the latest. Oh, you are a big man then, or big woman. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's. I'm sorry, please give me a minute. One is not. All right, sorry for that. Sorry for that. Samsung is the only man among us. I don't know. I did not say that. You are the one that says that. All right. So now let's go and analyze data in real life. How do I work as an analyst? Right. So I'm going to actually open this my data set here. Right. I'm going to open this my data set, and it's coming up here. This is data set. Don't be scared. It's too simple. Right. This is a crash data set, and it's talking about different type of days, like days of the crash type, right? Bus involvement. What are the speed limits when the crash occur, right? Who are the road users that get involved in the crash, right? which gender get involved, what are the age, which regions, right? Is it during festive period, Christmas period, Easter period? Yeah, sorry, give me a minute. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. All right, let's go ahead. Right. So now, how do we now analyze this? Now, if you actually, let's say they ask us to build a dashboard, a visualization, that is, they want us to put all this data in visual, right? They ask us to put all this data in a visual, in a graphical way, to represent this data in charts. How do we do that, right? So for us to do that, right, we need to build something that we call a dashboard template, something like this, right? Don't mind me, I'm supposed to change this one to, instead of sales, I'm supposed to change it to crash, right? Let me just do it now. Though we are going to build another one, crash report. Now, how do I came up with this? How do I came up with this? So let's do something that looks more like this. Let's design our own template, right? Don't worry, we are going to redesign it. So a dashboard template is made up of shapes and text box. A dashboard template is made up of what? Shapes and text box, right? So what are shapes? Shapes are here. If you go to insert, this shape, right? We have shapes, right? So now, but if you look at the background, you notice that it does not have a grid line like the very first one that I showed to you. This one's, right? It does not have a grid line. So how do we now do that? How do we get a chart? We are not using charts now. We'll get to charts later. We want to design a template, right? A template to visualize our data. So this is the data set now. We want to represent this data set with charts. So how do we do that? Right? So like I said, the very first step is to create a template for your visualization, right? Is to create what? A template for your visualization. So now we call it dashboard template. So now let's create our first dashboard template, right? So I'm going, watch me do my own now. You are going to do your own. So I'll just open a new sheet. So how many people will do their own after this class? How many people will create their own and send it to me after this class? I'm going to show you how I created it. It's easy. It's so simple. It's not hard, right? So now let's create it. So watch me as I create it, right? Now they are made up of shape, but the very first thing we want to do is to remove this background, right? The grid lines that are showing, right? And the headings. If you look at it, there's nothing like headings, right? All these ABC, 1, 2, 3, and the boxes, they are not here. So how do we do that? Right? How do we do that? I've not done anything. I just opened a new sheet. These are different sheets that I've already worked on. So I just opened a new sheet. If you want to open a new sheet, just click on the plus. It's going to open it for you. Do you get it? So now, let's do that now. For us to do that, I want to remove this grid line and the headings that are here, right? So for us to do that, I'm going to go to the View tab, right? This view. You know, I was on Home tab before, right? So I will go to the View tab. So on the View tab, I don't want the grid line to show, right? Now, if you look right here, here in Show, you will see that we have grid line here, right? Grid line. Just make sure that it's on check. So let me take it again. You must probably be on the Home tab. So you go to the View tab. Then I want the grid line to turn off. I will uncheck it. Now you'll see the grid line is gone, right? So you can on and off it. You see, the grid line is gone. On, off, on, off, on, off, right? So you can, if you want it to be active, you check it, If you want the grid line to show, if you don't want it to show, you uncheck it, right? So for me, I love to leave my formula bar active, so I will not uncheck it. But if you are someone that doesn't like to leave their formula bar active, you can uncheck it. You will see the formula bar is gone. But for me, I love to leave my own formula bar active. I'll leave it like that. Now, it remains these headings here, right? If you look here, we have headings, right? So I'm going to uncheck it now. You can see the headings is also gone, right? The heading is also gone. Now, we can create our dashboard. Now, this dashboard, we have a rectangle down here. So let's draw the first rectangle. So how do we draw it? If you go to Insert, as you come back small to here, is it the grid line on, off, headings on, headings off? If you come to View, you have it right here. Right, so I want to draw the big rectangle down here. So let's come here. So I want to draw that rectangle. So let's go to Insert. I'll go to Shape and I'll pick a rectangle. So I'm going to actually draw the rectangle here a bit. I'm going to draw the rectangle here, right? Now we have what we call contextual tab. Now these tabs are always hidden, right? So it's whenever you pick a special ribbon, that is when they come out. If you notice, this shape format was not there before, right? If I click outside of the shape now, you see it's gone. Let me take this one down a bit, right? You see it's gone. But if I should click on the shape, it's back, right? Now they are called contextual tab, right? So it gives us the shape fill, the shape outline, and the shape effects. So the shape fill is talking about the color inside the shape. You are lost. Okay, let's take it again, right? If you go to Insert, go to Shape, right? Go to Shape, pick a rectangle, right? So I'll just draw the rectangle here. Can you all hear me clearly? Can you all hear me clearly? Yes or no? Let me know if you all can hear me clearly. Sure, right? Okay. So now, if you notice, the shape format was not there before, right? The shape format is not there now. But the moment you draw a shape, right? The moment you draw a shape, the shape format will come out. So just click on the shape format. So on the shape format, we have what we call the shape fill, which is talking about the color inside of the shape, right? The color inside of the shape. So I want to use a similar color, like a light blue, right? So I'll come here, go to my shape fill, and pick a light blue, something like this. I think this one. So I'll pick it, right? You can see it now. But you can still see it. There is a black line outside of that shape, that light blue, right? So I'll click on the shape again, go to shape format. Now it is called shape outline, right? Shape outline. So I'll come to shape outline and I'll say I don't want any outline. So that will remove the outline. So if I want outline, I want to use a blue outline. It looks somehow without outline. I'm going to draw it. Now, this is the graphical aspect of data analysis. This is what all of us have to do. We have to design our templates. Each dashboard must have their own templates. That's what beautifies your work. Right? Now after that, we have another rectangle here, but that rectangle now, the top is a bit curved, right? So let's go to our shape. So under your shape format, you don't need to go to Insert again. In your shape format, you have this rectangle, right? So you see a top rounded rectangle here. Just draw it. So I'll just draw it out. I'll make sure it fits in perfectly. Then put it right here. Just make sure it fits in a bit. Let me make sure it fits in. I think I'm almost there. Yeah. Now you can see here. See what we have. Look at what we have. We've done the first part. The second part is all this one, rounded rectangle, right? I should come back small. So I'm going to take this again, right? If I click on my shape, go to shape format. If you look right here, I'm just going to pick a top rounded rectangle, right? I'll just draw it, make sure that it fits in perfectly, right? So here we have it, right? Here we have it. Okay, now after that, the next one is to start doing all these small rectangle, right? Small rectangle. So I'll come here, I can click on my shape, that is, click on the shape format again, right? Where's the shape format? If you click outside of the shape, you are not going to see it. But the moment you click on the shape, right, you are going to see the shape format up here. Just click on it, right? And here now, I want to pick a rounded rectangle. So I'll just pick it, I'll draw it, right? So I can decide to give it a color, right? You can say, okay, I want to use this color. The outline, I want it to be white. And if you look at this has a shadow, right? So if you go to your shape effects, right? If you go to your shape effect, you see shadow here. So I'll just give it a bottom shadow, right? You can see we have the first one. I can just duplicate, Control D to duplicate. I'll put it right here, right? Can do Control D to duplicate it again, Control D to duplicate, Control D to duplicate. You can duplicate as many as you want. It depends on what you want to analyze, right? So after that, I want to pick another rectangle. I think I'll just, let me see what we have next. So we have a small rectangle here. I'll just pick it, draw another rectangle here, right? So it's all about practical, right? So I want it to be white. So change it to white, right? And I think I'll give it a shadow, become shape effect, shadow. It's all about thinking outside the box. What are the things that can do that can make this thing looks more appealing? Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, you want your visual, you want your analysis to be able to be not just communicating information, but also something that people can look and say, wow, this is amazing. Do you understand? So now I can duplicate this one. This is where, oh wow, don't worry. I'm going to tell you how to get the replay, right? This is where we are going to put our chart, right? Control D to duplicate, Control D to duplicate it, put it right here, right? So you can see within a minute, okay, there is no outline. You can decide to remove all the outline. Shape outline, no outline. Shape outline, no outline. Click on it, shape outline, no outline. Remove all the outline. You can see that was how I was able to come up with these amazing dashboard templates. Right? Now, how do we now analyze the data? The moment this data is cleaned already, we can't be going through that now. But the moment you have your data clean, the next thing is you want to analyze your data. The very first step is after designing your templates, right? You want to put your data in a table, right? So for table shows relationship between our data. So how do we put our data in a table? You can use a keyboard shortcut, Control T, to put your data in a table, or go to Insert, then click on Table, right? Then click. Now, notice there's nothing like table design here, right? There's nothing like table design. But the moment I click on OK now, you see I have table design. Let me take that again, right? So if you go to Insert, you click on this or you press Control T. That's you click on table or you press Control T. Any of the two works. Just click on OK. Now you have your table design. After you have your data in a table, the next thing is to summarize it with pivots. So you click on table design, summarize the pivot table here. So the moment you click on table design, click on summarize the pivot table, then click on OK. Now let's say they ask us to get, if you click on pivot table, if you click on OK, it's going to give you pivot table analyze and design, right? The two. But we are not going deep into that. All right, let me do Control Z, right? So the first step is you put your data in a table. You can either go to insert and click on table, or you do Control T to put your data in a table. Click on OK, right? Now you will see you have a table design. The moment you have your data in a table, you will see table design. Then after that, you click on summarize with pivot table. Summarize with what? Pivot table. Am I fast? Okay, let's do Ctrl Z back again, right? So click on insert, click on table, and click on OK. Ctrl D to duplicate, right? So you will see you have table design. Just click on summarize the pivot table, right? Summarize the pivot table under your table design. Make sure that you click on your table design, right? Table design, summarize the pivot table, and click on OK. So now they want us to get the number of crash by week, right? So nice, day of the week. How many crash happen on Sunday? How many crash happen on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, right? So let's do that. I'll just drag day of the week, this day of the week right here. You will see all your column listed out here. So day of the week, drag and drop it in the rows. Day of the week, drag and drop it in the value. And here you have it, right? It's going to count it out for you, and you have it. That's actually the very first analysis, right? So let's do Control Z, right? So you put your data in the table, go to insert, table, right? Click on OK. You click on table design, right? Summarize the pivot table, click on OK, right? So I want to get the number of accidents that happen on each day of the week, right? Pick day of the week, drag and drop it in the row, right? Day of the week, drag and drop it in the values. Now, this shows you the day of the week and the number of accidents that happen on each day, right? So I want to put this in a chart now. Under your pivot table analyze, just click on pivot chart. And I'm just going to go with this chart. I'll just click on OK, right? And here I have the chart. I can go to design and this. So I can cut this my chart, right click, cut, go to my dashboard, right click and paste, right? You are confused. Wow. Is that correct? You are confused. You are lost. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. How many of us are feeling like this man? Like, I need to blow off my head. I keep want to blow up. I keep want to blow my head. I need to blow off my head. How many of you are feeling like this man? How many of you are feeling like this man? Eh? You done lost. Come on. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. I do it almost every day. Your head won't blow. So let's start from table again. You know what? Let's go to the question and answer section, right? I'm going to tell you how to get the replay so that you can watch the replay and practice it again. Now, let me ask you one single question before we go ahead. How many of us here now, today, here now, will love to become a pro at this? How many of us here would love to become a pro? Now, let me tell you, a lot of me, I want to become a pro. I want to become a pro, right? I want to become a pro. I want to become a pro. Okay, right? I want to become a pro. That's good. Now, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, let me tell you, learning data analysis is not something you can do in a day, right? It's actually not something we can do in one day, right? It's not something you can do in one day. And this webinar, we spent almost an hour, 30 minutes, and we are even yet to do anything, right? We've not done anything at all, right? We've not even scratched the surface. So, how many of us here are ready to dedicate 2 hours of our time for just 2 days of the week to learn, master this, and also learn how to monetize it? You want to learn it, you want to master it, and also how to monetize it. Just 2 hours for 2 days of the week. You're ready, right? Now, this is not compulsory, right? It's not a necessity, right? But if you actually want to be pro, if you want to learn, right, we have what we call the ultimate data analysis masterclass, which is a 12 weeks masterclass. A 12 weeks masterclass where you are going to be meeting myself and my team. You have over 5 lecturers that will be training you in this journey for the next 12 weeks. Now, if the class is every Friday and Saturday, live on Zoom like this, live on Zoom, right? Every Friday and Saturday, live on Zoom. What are the things you are going to learn, right? You don't get money, don't worry, right? What are the things you are going to learn in this masterclass? You are going to learn from the total basics of Excel to advanced Excel, right? Total basic, that is intro to Excel to advanced Excel, right? You are going to learn over 50 Microsoft Excel formula. And mind you, today we just did one, right? We just did just one, right? Which is today, right? That's the only thing that we did. Then after that, you are going to learn Microsoft Excel table and pivot table. Actually, today we cannot, if we are to focus more on table, we can't finish it in one class, right? Not to even say, oh, you want to learn table and pivot table in one day, right? You have to learn, you will learn charts, how to work with charts, right? Slicer and timeline, data manipulation, data cleaning with Power Query, right? N language with Power Query, you're also going to learn that. Data modeling, right? You are going to learn it in Power BI. Data modeling, you are going to learn how to write DAX, data analysis expression in Power BI. Data visualization with both Excel and Power BI, right? How you can create visualization. Database creation with SQL, how to work with databases, right? How to query databases. Now, as an analyst, your job is not complete if you don't have portfolio, right? If you don't have portfolio, because our work is not more of theory, it's practical. Now, whatever you do has to go inside your portfolio, right? So you are going to learn portfolio creation, how to optimize your LinkedIn account, because you have to, if you are learning something and you are good with it, you have to tell the world that, okay, I am an analyst. So if a client, as a freelancer, if a client wants to give you a project, right? If a client wants to give you a project, one thing they will look out for is your LinkedIn account, right? So you need, your LinkedIn has to be fully optimized as an analyst. So you are going to learn how to optimize LinkedIn account. That's what we are doing this Friday. The class is every Friday and Saturday. So this Friday, we are doing LinkedIn optimization, right? You're also going to learn freelancing, basic freelancing that you can start with, right? Basic freelancing that you can start with on platform like Upwork and Fiverr. I use Upwork very well today. In fact, a friend of mine called me today that she got a project on Upwork, right? Just today. How to freelance as a data analyst on Fiverr and Upwork. You are also going to learn that. So this Friday and Saturday, we are talking about LinkedIn optimization. Next week, Friday and Saturday, we are talking about freelancing. Then the following week, we are starting Excel, practical, straight. This is a 12 weeks masterclass, right? So what are the bonuses you are going to get? From Microsoft Excel to Advanced Excel, basics, Power Query to use data cleaning, right? How to use Power Query for data cleaning, data modeling, Power BI, right? That's data analysis expression. And now you are not just only going to get that, right? You're also going to get a support system, like a detailed recorded video on Digital World LMS, right? The moment you register, you are going to receive a mail that will tell you how to log into the LMS. I'm going to show you that now. But this detailed recorded video is just a support system. The class is a 12 weeks live class, online on Zoom like this, right? So you are going to be getting a whole lot of data sets to practice with, right? You are going to be learning everything online, right? So everything. You're also going to be in class with experts. Yeah, there are physical classes too, if you want, right? It depends on your location. And at the end of the program, you get a certificate, right? And we have people that reach out to us. We have companies that reach out to us that we should send them intern. So if they are closer, so if we have any intern from different parts of the country or outside the country, we drop it in the group, right? If it's closer to your location or it's remote and you think that, okay, I want to apply for it, then you are free to apply for the internship. Some are paid, some are free, right? I need to specify that. Some are paid, some are free. So if you are okay and you are available, it's not compulsory, but if you feel like, okay, I want to practice what I've learned and let me apply for this internship, right? We will drop it in your group that, okay, there's internship opportunity in this location. If it is physical, then if you are closer to that location, we will give you a letter, you will take it there and they will apply you will go for it, right? But if you feel like, oh, you're too busy, you can't go for the internship, after the program, you take your write exam, then you take your certificate. Right. Now, for you now, how many hours per day is 8:30 to 10 every Friday and Saturday? And we are starting this Friday. Every Friday and Saturday. We are starting this Friday. So, right. The question I want to ask now is, how much do you think I should charge you for this class? Now, consider the money we spent on Zoom, data, lights, and everything. So how much do you think we should charge you on this? No longer audible, sir. How much do you think I should charge you for this? I want to give you the opportunity to choose your price. Where are you located? We don't have physical class in Ghana. We have only physical class in Nigeria for now. So I said 5K. Okay, not bad. I'm waiting for others. 30K. Okay. 50 Ghana cedis, 10K, 5K, 6K, 2K, 15K. All right. Let's go. How much do you think I should charge you for this? Where is your Nigeria office located, please? We are in Lagos. 10K. All right. 15K. Okay. All right. Is that all? All right. So today, the price that we're going to charge, the normal price that we charge for data analysis class, right? If you are coming for my one-on-one class, I charge 150, 200K. If you are coming for a physical class, it's 150, 170. That is the amount we collect for physical location, right? Now, it's a virtual class. But tonight, I'm going to give you the opportunity for the very first 30 people that will pay tonight 20,000 naira if you're in Nigeria. And if you're in Ghana, it's just 200 Ghana cedis. If you're in Cameroon, it's 8,000 CFA. I know we have a lot of people that are doubting that this, that. Yes, fine. Now, you don't have to pay everything at once. You can pay on 2 installments, right? If you want to be part of the very first 30 people that will join the existing batch, right? We have a batch that will start this Friday. You can pay on 2 installments. That is, you can deposit 10K tonight. That is if you're in Nigeria. If you're in Ghana, 100 Ghana cedis. If you're in Cameroon, 4,000 CFA this night and balance up later, right? So if you're in Cameroon, it's 8,000 Ghana CFA. If you're in Ghana, it's 200 Ghana cedis, and you can pay on 2 installments. So where is our physical office located? We are in Lagos, Nigeria. Our office is located in Ikorodu, Lagos State. If you are in Ikorodu, you can visit our office. But we are coming to Ikeja this year, right? We are coming to Ikeja this year, right? So you can deposit 10K today and balance up in the next 3 weeks, right? In the next 4 weeks, rather, by month end, you balance up, right? But the class will start on Friday. So if you actually want to join this tonight, this price is just for first 30 people that will pay this night, right? It's just for the very first 30 people. Now, the payment is for 12 weeks masterclass. That is full masterclass for the next 12 weeks. So for Nigeria, you will pay into Money Point Digital World Tech Academy, right? 5495591922 if you're in Nigeria. If you're in Ghana, you pay into Voda Cash, right? If you're in Cameroon, you pay into MTN Momo. If you're in Kenya, you pay into M-Pesa. It is 2,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, what are the things you are going to get in your LMS? Before I show you the LMS, right? You are going to get Python Essential recorded videos. All my classes on Python Essential, you get that. Monetization of skill toolkit, you are going to get that. Full Microsoft Word and full PowerPoint course. Now, the moment you make your payment, you deposit. If you have the full payment of 20,000, you can pay it immediately. But if you don't have the full payment, you can deposit 10,000 naira today and balance up later. Yes, if you don't have the full, you can deposit 10,000 and balance up by month end. Yeah, for those of us that are working monthly, that are receiving our monthly salary, you can pay by month end. But for those of us that are receiving our daily income, right, you can pay. If you have the full payment, you pay now. If you don't have the full payment, you deposit to join, right? Now, once you make your payment, you'll be added to the paid group. For Nigeria, the account number has also been brought in the group. It's Money Point Digital World Tech Academy, right? This is the account number. If you're in Ghana, you pay into Voda Cash. If you're in Cameroon, you pay into MTN Momo, right? If you're in Kenya, you pay into M-Pesa. Now, once you make your payment, you drop your payment proof. Yes, you're going to get a certificate at the end of the program. You drop your payment proof in the group. Then, admin will walk you through the registration process. Once you fill the registration form, make sure you fill it correctly, right? Once you fill the registration form, you are going to receive a mail that looks more like this, a mail that looks like this, right? Now, your login detail will be here, email and password will be here, right? I'm coming. Email and password, you are going to see it, right? Now, you can either click on study data analysis, right? If you click on study data analysis, it's going to take you to the login page where you are going to log in. So your login detail, your email, and the password that will be sent to your mail, that's what you are going to use to log in. Or you go to our website, digitalworldtech.academy, digitalworldtech.academy. Once you go to our website, you click on student login, right? Student login. So you click on student login, you'll still be back to the same page, right? You'll still be back to the same page. Either you click on study data analysis, which is in your mail, or you go to our website and click on student login. You'll get here, right? Use your login detail that was sent to your mail. Then after that, just click on login, right? Now you write an exam. So then after that is at the end of your program. So you can see for me, I have 4 courses here, but for you, you are going to have just one, right? So just click on my courses. So the only one you are going to have is going to be data analysis, right? So you click on study data analysis. No, it's only SQL. Python is basically another 4 months program for Python, right, with data science, right? So now, once you get here, you can start going through this video, intro to data analysis.
Come to the data analytics masterclass. Raw data, right? From various sources.
Now, introduction to Excel. You can start going through all these one by one, right? You can start going through them. So this is Excel, intro to Excel before your class.
Page lookup, VLOOKUP, index and hash formulas. We are going to cover today's screen. Right, this is Excel template.
This is intro to Excel. This is talking more about formulas, right? Dashboard with Excel, a whole lot more here, right? Then you go into Power BI, intro to Power BI, introduction to Power BI. You are going to see it right here. So introduction to Power BI. So you can start going through it.
The aspect of it that the only aspect.
So you can start going
business decision.
So you can start going through this one. Then if you are done with Power BI, you can go into SQL, right? SQL introduction. So
SQL is standardized language that is used in, right? Second ago.
So the portal is yours forever. The portal is yours forever, right? It's yours in as much as digital world website is still alive. The portal is yours forever. Even after the program, you still have access to the portal. So now this is how to create a portfolio, right? So
you prove to me that you know it. Have you worked on any project before? Right? It's basically you just send them your portfolio link. So once they go there, they see the type of things that.
Yes. So you're going to learn from the total, and if you are part of the very first 30 people, you are going to have these bonuses as in your elements, right? And also Python Essential in your elements. But we are not taking Python Essential in class, but we are taking portfolio creation, resume creation, right? We are taking all of that in this in live class, right? But Python, we are not taking Python in this class. Python.
One single rule.
Right? So you can go through all of them one by one. You want to start writing Python code, right? This is where I taught Python string and Boolean.
So we can still do now that we have 2A right there.
So that is what you are going to get for the very first 30 people that will pay for this class. If you don't have the full payment, you can you download the video for now? The video is down. I don't think it's downloadable. The video is not downloadable for now. You can just watch it on the LMS. The video is not downloadable, but we can still discuss with my team to make it more downloadable, right? We can work on that one. That one is not a problem. But for now, you cannot even download the video. 86 videos. 86 videos. Why do you want to download 86 videos? That's going to take a lot of spaces. All right, let me take question. If you have question, please raise your hand. Let's ask question now. We have is 06 something. Please unmute. It's 8:30 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. If you're in Ghana, it's 7:30 to 9. If you're in Cameroon, it's still 8:30 to 10. Do you? Yeah. All right. Is 06? Please go ahead. Hello. Please unmute and go ahead. Please unmute and go ahead. Check the group. The account number has been dropped in the group. Hello. 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 I said you can pay on 2 installments, Lady P. You can pay on 2 installments. Lady P, you can pay on 2 installments. Lady P, you can pay on 2 installments. Lady P, you can pay on 2 installments. All right, go ahead. If you have a question, please ask a question. You can talk. I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
So I don't have much questions. The questions I want to talk about the payment on the Money Point Digital World Tech Academy.
Yeah.
I just want to know about the payment method and at what duration.
Yeah, you
going to last.
can make a deposit tonight, then after 1 month you balance up later. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this same program that is going to divide in 2 sections during the week? You were talking about Thursday. Was it Thursday, Friday and Saturday?
I said Friday and Saturday. It's Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing is
Yeah.
the program is it for a starter like an
Yeah, we are
Excel,
starting from the
somebody that
total
don't have
base.
much experience on Excel can't?
Yeah, we are starting from the total basics. That's introduction to Excel. That's where introduction to data analysis is. That's where we are starting from, introduction to data analysis. Do you understand? All right, I'm going to meet you. Let me take the next person. Chidima, please unmute. Chidima, please unmute. You can go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
And let me start by appreciating you.
thank you
Yes,
very much.
it's not easy. I really appreciate what you are doing. Yes, I think I don't know, but it seems I have seen you on Arise Television, but I don't know, or maybe I'm mistaking you for someone else.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
I think yes, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, that's by yes. I just want to read based on the payment, the amount.
Okay.
Because I'm just pleading if you can really consider some of us, because I joined this. It's been longer. I've been trying to upgrade myself when it comes to data analysis. I really love to do that because I don't have the money.
Okay.
So Stana introduced me to this free online. That was why I joined.
All right.
You understand?
Okay.
Yes. Now, since you are going and now you are saying you are going to pay 20, please, I'm pleading. Can you make it 10? Can you make it 10? Of course, I know there are many people here that can afford that 20 years, but they're just for somebody like me, so I cannot be left behind for this opportunity I just find myself in. If you can make it 10, I can pay, please. Please. That's just what I want to plead with you. If you can really consider us. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. I'll see what I can do about that. Thank you. Let me take Mr. Isaiah. The actual price is 20,000. But now, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. For the very first 10 people, very first 10 people that will pay 15,000. Let's make it 15,000 now. Okay. For the very first 10 people that will pay 15,000 naira. For the very first 10 people that will pay 15,000 tonight. This night. If you don't pay this night, then the price goes back to 20,000. If you don't pay tonight, till 12 a.m. If you don't pay tonight, then the price by tomorrow is 20,000. Please, I don't get a response. Is business analysis? No, it's not 10,000. I didn't get a response. Is business analysis connected to data analysis? Yeah, there's a bit of connection, but business analysis is more into requirement gathering. It's basically you're helping organizations to develop on something. Do you understand? So just like if an organization wants to develop an app, right, or integrate something into their system, All you are just doing is, as a business analyst, you are helping them to see how this project, how this integration can work, and how it's going to how it's going to help the organization grow. So it's you do a little bit of analysis there. So as a business analyst, you should have a small knowledge of data analysis, but it's more of paperwork than practical. All right. I don't want to go too deep so that you don't get it twisted. But that's actually the layman that I can explain it to you. All right, I have Isaiah. Mr. Isaiah, please unmute.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, boss.
Please, I want to find out if this course is the same as the one taught us the last time.
The
I,
one
I,
you did,
I,
boss?
I was among those that you taught the last time.
Uh-huh.
The other course. So is this the
I thought you
upgrade
was.
or
Where do you stop? Are you still in class now? Oh, yeah, we are done with your batch.
no? We are done.
You are
The
done with your
Excel.
batch. Okay, yeah, you did only Excel.
Yes.
This is complete data analysis from Excel to Power BI to SQL. But you can continue from Power BI. The Power BI, just send me a DM. Send me a DM, Mr. Isaiah. Send me a DM.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Once you make your payment, drop your payment proof in the group. Drop your payment proof in the group, please. All right, Mr. Afolabi, please unmute. That is why I said you can pay on 2 installments. You can pay on 2 installments. Good evening, sir. Good evening, boss. Good evening.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to thank you for that work. I really appreciate it. God will continue to strengthen you. Actually, we know that the work of this program is more than that you are requesting for. But based on the situation of the country and most of us, just like I myself, even I can't even afford 10,000 this night that you are giving bonus of 15,000. So please, I want you to please look forward and consider us for guys. And I'm sure that we finish the course by making some things, most of us come to appreciate you better by God's grace. That is one. Two, secondly, I've been cut off from this meeting since the time of the type of analysis.
Oh, wow.
So all the discussion, that I'm able to get connected.
No,
so I don't know how
no
able to
problem.
get the recordings.
Yeah, I will drop the replay.
I can flip.
I will drop the replay in the group. I'll drop the replay in the group.
Okay, maybe when I get that, I'll be able to know what has been discussed, because I heard you saying that you have 4 sets of this thing that we should just register for only.
I can hardly hear you.
So I don't
You are
know
breaking.
You have discussed to that extent.
I can hardly hear you. You are
Watch
breaking.
the recording.
You are breaking.
Jesus. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah,
what I said was I will drop the replay in the group. Don't worry, I'll drop the replay in the group. So you can go through the replay. Do you get it? If you have the 10,000, you can pay now and balance up later. You don't have to pay everything. Time for the class is 8:30 to 10. 8:30 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. If you're in Ghana, it's 7:30 to 9. If you're in Cameroon, is 8:30 to 10 also. All right, let me take
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday. Let me take Ogochukwu. Please unmute. Ogochukwu, please unmute.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Fola.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Just like the first speaker, I was like, initially I've been seeing your ad on this program, but honestly, I think last month I wanted to join, but the cash was not there. So immediately I saw it yesterday. I made inquiries and I learned that the program is coming up this night for the free webinar. So I'm surprised because initially I was hoping it's going to be 10,000, and that was what I actually raised.
Yeah, you can deposit that and balance up next month.
The cash is not there. It's an opportunity, and I wouldn't want to.
Yes, you can deposit to start, then you balance up next month. You still have 1 month interval to balance up.
Yes. Then secondly, I try to, if I'm making the payment, I may not be able to pay on money points.
You can
due
pay
to the type of
FCMB.
Sorry?
There's FCMB account there.
On this platform?
No, in the WhatsApp group. There's FCMB.
Okay, in the WhatsApp group.
You can check it.
Okay. In the WhatsApp group, I should pay on FCMB, right?
You can pay into FCMB.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Please, a healthcare what career do you suggest we go for in data analysis? So you can go for the full data analysis. It's going to help you keep your patient record, and most especially Excel. Excel is very, very important for you. Excel is very, very important for you because we have an hospital, right, that we are currently training their staff on Excel, right? We are currently training all their staff on data analysis, and most especially they focus more on Excel because they use Excel more to track their patient record and like, do you get it? So you can go for the full data analysis, but make sure you concentrate more on Excel. I'm coming back, Emmanuel. Let me take Mose. Please unmute.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for this privilege to really ask this question.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep quiet. I said, no, let me come up with a question because I know there will be some persons who may also be having challenges on this area.
Okay.
First is on the video. Since when the webinar started, I have been struggling with network challenges.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask if there is any way I can listen to the records again from the beginning to the end.
The replay will be dropped in the group. Well, after each class, there will always be a replay. At the end of each class, the replay will be dropped in the group.
Okay, in the group. All right. Another question is, I saw, while listening to others, you were making emphasis on the full course, full data analysis and Excel. So I wanted to know about, did they have different prices or
No,
money that
it's one-time payment. It's for full program. Excel, Power BI, and SQL.
Okay. Then for the apps, how do we download the apps?
The only software you need to have installed on your laptop is Excel. Power BI, SQL, you are going to learn how to install it in class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe when I listen, then after listening to the video, is there a medium where if there's any questions we can drop?
Yeah, you can send me a DM on WhatsApp.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Those are areas I just wanted to be clarified.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. All right. I have Oyema. He is on mute. Well, if you miss the class, there's always a replay. You can always go through the replay. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Abiodun. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Yes, thank you for this tonight's webinar. Currently, like one of the speaker asked, we just concluded the Excel class.
Okay.
So I'm part of those that
Yeah, if you
were
just
doing
completed the Excel class, you don't need to join this class. You don't need to join this one. This one is starting from Excel all over again because we are starting from the total basics. Do you understand? So you can go ahead with Power BI and SQL. Do you get
when
that?
the Power BI,
Yeah, the information will be dropped in the group, in your Excel group.
okay, all right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, which one is more preferable? Tableau or Power BI? Well, Power BI is more acceptable anyway, so a lot of people tend to use Power BI more. You get a lot of people tend to use Power BI more than Tableau. So that's why we are going for Power BI. Okay, we have Infinix X669. Please unmute. Princess, thank you. Infinix X669. I'm going to take one more question, and after that, we call it a day. Is it Infinix X? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel. Let me take Emmanuel. Please unmute. Emmanuel Inioluba. Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, boss. Go ahead. You mute yourself. Unmute yourself again.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Please, I want to ask, are we going to start from the scratch?
Yeah,
Like
we are starting
from the
from
lowest?
we are starting from the total basics. We are starting from the total basics. In fact, we are
Okay.
starting
As in
from
like
on Saturday now, on Friday now, we are doing LinkedIn optimization and resume creation. Then the following Saturday, we are doing freelancing, then followed by basic Excel, introduction to Excel and the like.
okay.
Yeah.
Please, once we make the payment, how are we going to
Drop
have
your
access to it?
payment proof in the group. Drop it in the
Okay.
group, then our admin will walk you through on the registration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But just make sure you fill the correct information. All right, we have Infinite X6. Are you still here? All right, let me take Techno Camon 12. Can I get videos on one, full Python, full BI, and full SQL? Sure, you can. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, boss. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Being honest, I really appreciate, at least for this webinar. It's not easy, but I pray we get there. Anyway, there's, I think, two things that I need to just like I plead, which some people have already done that,
Okay.
but that is in terms of the payment issue,
Okay.
because we are like, I was even thinking of if we can make it that 10K,
No, sir.
because so that everybody can follow up.
Yeah, the 15,000 is only for tonight, sir. I intentionally just gave people popular
That's
request.
the
Actual price is 20,000 for the online class, for the batch, right?
okay. But if you are paying the 15,000, you can't pay twice.
You can pay
It's
on
just
two
once.
installments, too.
The 15,000.
Yes,
Okay, I can pay 10, then pay 5 later.
yes.
Okay. That the next question is the challenge I might have is because I'm really interested in this very much. But
Okay,
the challenge I will be having now, I might be having,
okay.
because I won't say it's always is, schedule of my activities
All right.
during that later hour, maybe coming back later hour, maybe from the environment of where I am, You understand? Sometimes I might be on transit, considering the network challenges and rest of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I might not be able to log in and follow up online,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. And after that, the day lectures, I might not be able to follow up. How will I, later follow up on
There is
that?
always a replay on each class. The replays will always be dropped in the group. So if you miss a class, the replay of that particular class will be dropped in your paid group.
Okay, sorry. Then another question now. The replay you are talking now, is
Yeah.
it when you made a payment now? Are they going to create another, platform or add you to?
You'll be added to the paid group.
Okay. Sorry, but the last question now, sorry. I remember when you were discussing something, you brought up something about registering on web logging into your website
Yeah.
and accessing some
The element.
videos and the material,
Yeah.
the elements. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it when you pay that you can get all those?
Yes, once you pay, you will get the registration form. So after filling the registration form, you'll be added to the paid group. So within 24 hours, you are going to receive a mail that looks like this. You are going to receive a
Okay.
mail. So from here, all you just have to do is click on study data analysis. Your email and password will be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. No
All
problem.
right.
Let me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. All right. So, Infinite Exit, you're still raising hand. Can you learn this on your smartphone? Actually, you can, but you need practical, right? You'll need practical. So you can start with your phone, but I'll advise to get a laptop before the end of the program. So if you get a laptop, you will be able to do more practical. So I think that is that for that. That's that for tonight. I'm going to see you in class on Friday by the special grace of God. So what if I need knowledge on Power BI and SQL only? Send me a DM. Send me a DM. Send me a DM. Send me a DM. Who is that? Send me a DM, please. If you have any other question, feel free to send me a DM. This is my number on WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp number, +234-911-142-614. That's my WhatsApp number. Just send me a DM, and if you have any question, I'll be there. You can also give me a call if you have a question. I'll be there to answer all your questions. So thank you all very much. I really appreciate all of you for joining today's class. Remember, the 15,000 is only for tonight. It's only for tonight. By tomorrow, no, this is not a class, so this is a webinar. It's not a class, so don't mix it up. This is not a class. This is a webinar. Do you understand? This is not a class, it's a webinar. Do you get it? So the class is different from webinar. Classes are Fridays and Saturdays. Do you get it? Classes are Fridays and Saturdays. All right, thank you all very much. I really appreciate all of you for joining. Here's my number, +234-911-6614, right? So if there is any other question, please feel free to send me a DM on WhatsApp, and I will be there to answer all your questions, right? So can't get it the way you are calling it. Can't get what? This is on the screen, and I also drop it in the group now. +234-911-162-614. So that's my WhatsApp number. Yes, you can. Then balance up later. All right. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate all of you for joining tonight. Right. So, hope to see you in class on Friday by the special grace of God. Please note the price if you are paying this night is 15,000. After this night, the price is 20,000 naira. It's just a promo. I don't do that. That's based on popular request. Advance payment made from Cameroon. Drop your payment proof in the group list. That is based on popular request. That is why I reduce it like that. The normal price is 10,000. If you can't pay tonight, tomorrow you will have to pay 20,000 naira. The number has been dropped in the chart. This is the number that has been dropped in the chart. I'm also going to drop it again right now. So I think that's that. Oh, yeah, you can deposit it, Mr. Kazim. Yeah. How will I get all what you have taught here? I will drop the replay in the group this night. I will drop the replay in the group this night. So I think that's that for tonight. Orange number for Cameroon. Orange number. This orange number, you pay into MTN Momo. I don't understand what you mean by orange number. You pay into MTN Momo. All right. That's that for tonight. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate all of you and hope to see you in class on Friday by the special grace of God. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye. All right.